Hello fellow Elunes, Josh Verse back again bringing you guys some more Elune news, and today we got some hype stuff to talk about. A lot of possibilities coming in the near future, maybe. A lot of things that they're looking into right now, and what they're doing with stamina. So a lot of cool things to talk about in this quick announcement that they just dropped literally just a few minutes ago from our boy CM Marcus. So CM Marcus, you are on your game lately, at Gameville, no pun intended. But Elune, let's take one moment to just give them all the kudos, all the credit in the world, because Gameville, the community managers that are taking all of our feedback on all the social media pages, including the Discord. I even talked to the community managers here and there throughout the week, and they reply back, and we have a conversation, and I feel like that is just something that I've been missing from other game companies, even big companies. They just completely ignore you. There's no way you can just directly get in touch with somebody that knows what they're talking about or what they're doing. You're always going through just the support channels that never really get anywhere. You get an automated message as a reply. Thankfully, with Gameville and all the people that are working with Elune, they are being very involved with their community, and I feel like this is something that a lot of games need to start doing, because wow, we are getting a lot of things that they're looking into with Elune, trying to make it better, trying to balance it out, and we've only been here for about 2-3 weeks now. This is crazy. So Elune is just coming out, firing on all cylinders, trying to make it the best gacha game. And in my personal opinion, I've played a lot of gacha games, and I mean a lot, hundreds, no joke. There's been so many, I haven't even covered a fraction of them on the channel over the past 3 years. I've played so many. And I'm going to go on record and I'm going to say Elune, by far, at this very moment, has probably done the best job of providing us with a complete game. And what I mean about a complete game, I can log in, I can play throughout the entire day, free of charge, don't need to spend a dime, enjoy myself, still progress, and have tons of things to do, and then rinse and repeat every day. A lot of gacha games, you go in, you do your dailies, you're done. There's nothing else you can do. You're completely tapped out. I'm constantly looking at the characters, trying to set up new team comps, because at least in this game, even though dupes do, of course, increase those character statistics, you don't necessarily need them to make them useful like other games such as Overhit, for example, which we all know what happened with that. So far, in 2019... if I had to vote for my best gacha, I would probably vote for Elune. And again, I've played a lot of gacha games this year. Even one of my fan favorites, one of my, personal favorites, Grand Chase, Dimensional Chasers, probably one of my more favored, one of the more free-to-play I've played in a long time. It has a little special place in my heart because I grew up playing the MMO 2D side-scroller several years ago. So I would even put Elune over that. So, I mean, let's just take a moment here and just enjoy, because how often do you actually get to do that in a gacha game? I mean, it's pretty crazy, guys. So, anyways, let's see what they're up to now. Alright, greetings, Elunes. Yesterday we received various feedback after we posted an announcement about ions, which is, of course, the stamina. We realize that players must be wondering on the details of our concern. Today, we want to go over what processes we are taking internally to review these ion issues, categorize players based on gameplay patterns, and analyze their their ion consumption pattern, review ideas of potential changes listed below. Now, these are not things that they're saying that they will change. These are things that they are inquiring about. They're taking feedback on. They're going over it. They're at the drawing board. They're taking notes, and they're trying to establish things on this list, basically, of what they might consider fixing or changing or reworking or whatever they want to do with it. And the 8 things that they listed are very important, because maintaining current status, improving alliance bots, that I will throw my name into the hat on that one, because I feel like the alliance boss in some regards might feel a little bit overpowered compared to the normal boss fights it does get really crazy. Granted, you're supposed to work with your entire guild to beat it, so of course it does need to be higher statistically, at least with the HP. It's making it harder to kill, and it does need to have that instant kill feature, because otherwise somebody could just set up a strat and just fight it over and over and over for several minutes and kill the boss on their own, thus kind of taking away the whole thing of the guild supposed to work together to take it down. What I would change with the Alliance boss is to possibly, you know, let the boss work kind of the way it does in the normal boss battles. Just, like I said, just make the stats very high, so they're still extremely hard to kill, and give them that instant kill factor after 10 turns, like you've been doing. So basically, it just becomes, we got to do as much damage as we can in the 10 turns, but the boss will work the same as it always has. So, I mean, I could live with that, and of course, it'll have more HP. But the one big thing I would improve with Alliance bosses is the rewards. The rewards are very, very underwhelming. You're better off just doing a normal boss fight every day, and you're going to be getting a lot better rewards than you are for a whole week's worth of trying to deal with the Alliance boss that you can only do once per day. So maybe consider fixing up the rewards, possibly up in the gear value. Maybe give us other rewards. You know, whatever you want to do with that. But definitely rewards are a thing that I would consider fixing with Alliance bosses. Sending out push rewards more often. Hey, more free stuff, the better. We all love free stuff. Renewing Ion package. I could see that as well for those of you who don't want to spend money and you want to buy the Ion packages every day or every week or whatever. You don't really want to have a limit. I mean, if you're willing to spend money, why should there be a limit? I could see that point, I guess, for those of you who want to spend money. Of course, it also helps Gameville make more money too. And I mean, hey, that's a win-win, right? You're enjoying the game, and they're enjoying keeping the game up. So, hey, it works out. It's a win-win. Improve an Ion recharge amount. That would be great as well, especially when you level up. I feel like we should just get a full recharge of stamina. And I don't know if you would go this far, but Gameville, CM Marcus, the other CMs that I've talked to, if you watch this video, I would throw a suggestion in that if you do give us full recharges on our level up, you should probably go back and refund all the players, depending on what their rank is, all the amount of full recharge they would have got. Now, that's a lot to take in. That's a lot of stamina that a lot of players are going to be getting. But I feel like that would just, I mean, that would be great. I just feel like a lot of players would love that and enjoy that. And, of course, that's going to give a big influx of stamina for a short period of time. But it's stamina that I guess you could say that you should have had anyway. So, if you guys do that, I would definitely consider doing that. Because then the entire player base would be very happy and satisfied with that, I believe. And then going forward, all the newer players that are coming in, they won't even know that that was ever a problem. They would just get their full, you know, refills of stamina at max every single time that they leveled up. So, be something to consider. Adding quests that give ions, that would be awesome. So, using stamina to get some stamina back, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I would even go as far as to break it down mathematically. So, let's say you use 3 stamina in hard mode. You get 1 stamina back. There you go. So every 3 you use, you get 1 back. And that's only for the quests, though. That's not for just, you know, every area of story, because then you'd be playing all day. I mean, that's not a problem though, now is it? So, but yeah, for the quest, I would say, hey, if the quest costs 3 stamina, you get 1 stamina back. And then if you like do so and so amount of things, you get like this big lump sum reward. Stuff like that would be pretty cool. And I mean, I'm all for a quest. Make the game feel kind of like an MMO, but in a gacha. Hey, I'm cool with that. Adjusting ion consumption. I mean, you could do that. I mean, that's definitely another method where you could just lower the cost. Like normal story mode could be 1 stamina. All bosses could be maybe 20-30% cheaper per stage. You know, in per stage level. And then like hard mode, how it costs 3, just maybe make it cost 2. I mean, there's that as well. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you could play around with. I'm just kind of, you know, talking about my suggestions per option here. Implementing 2 or more changes from above simultaneously. I mean, you could do that as well. You just grab 2 from the hat here and throw them in and see what happens. And what's really cool about a game like this is if you notice that it's not working, it's not something that the players are really enjoying, you can always change it up and choose another 2 from the list, or just mix and match until you get a mixture that works, that the player base is willing to accept and enjoy. So I mean, that's the important thing about staying in communication with your player base. When you have a communication pipeline directly to the player base and to the people that have some kind of influence on the actual game, you have a better game. I mean, communication is important. Ask any relationship that's successful in the world, be it a business relationship, a friendship, a romantic relationship, like you're married or whatever, you're one boyfriend and girlfriend, etc. Communication is key. Communication is a big factor of making anything successful, because if everybody understands each other, we're all on the same page, we can move forward and just keep turning the page and making new stories. You know, just writing more stuff, exploring new things. It's a great feeling. Our main goal is to provide a pleasant gameplay environment. Yeah, there we go. Environment for our players. However, we believe that this can cause a huge gap in progression between players due to excessive supply of ions. Will only hurt our effort to facilitate pleasant gameplay environment. We wonder what the players think about our thoughts. Again, I gave you all mine, so if anybody from Gameville is watching this video, hopefully I clarified all my personal thoughts anyway. And I would love for you guys that are watching the video as well, my subscribers or people who are new to the channel, to definitely go down in the comment section and give me your suggestions and thoughts as well, because maybe Gameville will be watching this video and maybe they'll check the comment sections here. You can also post here in the Gameville forums, which I will have this linked in the description below, or you can even try and talk to some of the CMs or use the support feature for Gameville as well. So a lot of different things that you guys can go through, a lot of channels to talk and share your feedback, which I'm sure that they're glad to have. Whew, lot to go in here. All right, for a week from now on, we'll be waiting for players' opinions in the comments below. We would appreciate your feedback. Meanwhile, we are planning on giving out 100 free stamina as a daily login reward to ease current ion shortage. And I love that, because even with the new event going on right now, it's definitely wanting you to jump in and farm a lot of that story to get those materials so you can turn in for the event to try and get a higher ranking, so you can get some of those good rewards. So it is definitely a stamina sink for the new event, so I could see that additional 100 free stamina every day, helping a lot of players out, especially free to play. So very nice. Thank you so much for that, Gameville, CM Marcus, all the other fellow CMs. Please consider this as a token of appreciation for active discussion between the community until we finalize our decision. I mean, that's just, I love that. It's like, here's a free reward. Take this while we sit in our office and we go over all the different things that we can do to try and make the game better. Instead of just making us sit there in the dark, not knowing what they're up to, what are they working on, what are their priorities, they're saying, hey, this is what we're working on, this is what we want to do, but we also want to give you guys something to hold you over until we make our decision. I love that. You don't understand how much that means to me as a content creator, to be able to make videos for a game that I feel very passionate about right now, because right now Elune has done way more right than wrong, and I mean a lot. I mean, the gap is very it's very big. I almost said marginal, but that's incorrect. It's a very big gap in the things that they're doing right and the things that they were doing wrong. Right now, like, again, my biggest pet peeve right now is probably the dupe system. I feel like when you get a dupe of a hero that you already have at 6-star, you should be able to just maybe feed it in. Just feed it in. Just get them stats up, because it does cost a lot of seeds. But other than that, there's really not anything that glares out to me that's as really as an issue. You're going to have the growing pains, you know, the balancing and setting up new characters when they're introduced into the meta. You know, things like that. You're going to have those balancing issues. That's just going to be something that's going to happen forever in an RPG game when you have a lot of things to consider. I mean, you got skills, you've got gear, you've got special abilities through other means like skill gems. You have RNG to take into account. You have team comps, team setups, strategies, and synergy. You have all these different things to take into account that need to be balanced out, and it is very difficult. I did work in game development for quite a while, and trying to make an RPG is very crazy. So I think for the most part they've done a pretty good job with that. So very cool there. Whew. And then the final few things that we can take from this are actually pretty big. Might be the biggest thing to take from it. We are also looking into a mileage shop improvement as well as a guarantee summon system. We will make additional notice if we have finalized changes. We hope you have a great weekend with Elune. Don't forget to check out Elune Cartoon. Thank you, Elune CM Community Manager. Marcus, again, thanks for posting this up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of went off on a tangent for a while talking about a lot of different things, but I felt like a lot of it was important and kind of definitely stuck with the theme of today's video. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Again, let me know what you guys think about some of these things that are being worked on and possibly tossed around in the hat as ideas that they might want to kind of change up and fix or make better or take away. You let me know all that and more in the comment section below. Cannot wait to read a lot of your guys' replies. Until next time, hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe for more content here on the channel. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you did. And join us in the Discord in the description below to keep the conversations going before and after the video as always. Until next time, have an awesome day and an awesome weekend. Peace.